this is Victoria Fashen. Welcome back to my channel. So in this video, Willow is going to be featured again, and we are going to be talking about magazines, flyers, all the goodies. Luckily, he has a lot of his historical magazines of throughout the goth subculture throughout the years, including propaganda. We're going to be talking about it, we're going to be showcasing it to you guys, and we're going to comment about it as well. The first book he has, which is one book that I'm going to review. This book was the first book I have ever seen, and it was at a store called Borders in Hollywood. This store is no longer available. It used to be a bookstore, and they used to have CDs as well. And I saw this book at the music section, and it's called the Goth Bible. And I've been wanting this one, and I didn't even know you had it.
No.
No.
Yeah. I got it a long time ago. I was probably like in high school.
There's like 2 books of it, huh?
Yeah. I don't remember, but I saw this book right away, and I had to get it.
Yeah, and it's like, it tells you a lot about the subculture. It is by Nancy Kilpatrick, and it shows you, let's see.
It shows you a lot of things about the music and about like
the fashion.
It's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a lot about the histories. There's even cemeteries, Gothic literature, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And once I'm done reading this book eventually and purchasing it, I will definitely do a review on it. But this is how it looks, and here are some of the pages right here.
Yeah, I think just the cover.
Okay.
That's all they get. So yeah, this is a propaganda magazine that one of my old friends gave me. Yeah, he was really involved in the scene from the early 2000s here in Southern California. He had like a bunch of these, and this is an old issue. You guys see this right here? Yeah, so I got quite a few. Let's see what else. Also got some New Grave magazines. It's really cool.
And this is Carpe Noctem magazine.
It's German. It's pretty cool.
Oh, it's German? Clive Barker, Storm Constantine, Neil Gaiman, Lisa Gerrard. Lycia! It has Tara and Project Records, and I am a big fan of Lycia. So like, Tara, I have not forgotten about you. So like, I love you so much. I love you guys so much. So I'm glad seeing this makes me happy already. There's a lot of articles. Fredo Filth is here. I didn't even know that. There's Clive Barker. If you don't know who Clive Barker is, he's the one who directed and wrote Hellraiser, which is one of my favorite horror films.
I also have this other one called Ghastly. It's issue 10 with the picture of Nick Fiend from Alien the Sex Fiend. And in the back, you got Sober Eternus right here.
Oh my god.
It's a pretty cool magazine too. Right here, you find a lot of they talk about a lot of bands like Fear Cold. They talk about The Cold, Sober Eternus, of course, The Cure, Nosferatu. It's a pretty cool book. It talks about like some of the early bands. I got another issue of New Grave magazine right here with the front cover of Sean Brennan from The Night After Midnight. Flip it over right here, you got Fear Cold. Can't go wrong with some Fear Cold.
And then here's Sideline magazine.
It's a pretty cool magazine. It's like more industrial.
Dasish, Crown of Zymox, Love Like Blood, Suicide Commando's here too. Oh look, Airshire's here too.
You got some Cinema Strange right here, footage of them live. It's pretty cool.
And here's
pictures they got right here. See
here's
what
Crown
else?
of
Here's another
Zymox,
picture.
an article.
Oh look, here's another propaganda magazine.
With Perry Farrell from Jane's Addiction.
That's a sign. What year is this one? Oh, this is number
91.
16. This is 91.
That's 25 years old.
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
By the time I'm glad I never got rid of these. I saved them. I know that eventually these would be treasure.
Look, Helter Skelter.
Yeah, look at
Helter Skelter is a club here in Los Angeles, and it's an old school goth
yeah, it was
rock
one of
band.
the first goth clubs that started in the like 3 decades ago.
Then here's a magazine called Funeral.
So we got some Vamp Noctem. It's right here. It's pretty cool.
You have a lot of magazines from Carpe Noctem, huh?
Yeah.
Like there's even some comics and art too, because the one thing about the goth subculture that, I mean, I'm sure you guys already know this, but it's very influenced in the arts and literature.
Is anybody a Depeche Mode fan? I got like an extra, like, not even open Sidelight magazine. On the front cover you got Depeche Mode. This is from 1998. Oh, I doubt you'll find this. Oh look, and it even comes with the CD.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
It's in here.
And then here's a magazine, a Drop Dead magazine. Look, Scarlet's Remain is like right here in Drop Dead magazine.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Oh, I love them. I wish I could have seen them live.
Yeah, they don't play anymore.
I know. Yeah, and then they became
Rise for Warhawk.
Yeah, and then look, here's some Osgang and some Virgin Prunes. The one thing, I feel like Osgang is like the theme song for us. Come, tease, tease. You know that song, My Hair? Yeah, I love that song. But here are a lot of his collectibles of magazines. There's a lot. I wish I could just read them.
You could.
Like, you get what I mean?
Forever,
yeah, it'll take forever. They cover some metal bands in some of these magazines. Okay, so this is a catalog from Diversion. And here are some models, some Cyberdogs. No, these guys. Oh my god, look, Retail Slut. Retail Slut is an old store in Melrose, an old flyer from Ipso Facto. You know, looking at these magazines makes me feel old. Doesn't it?
Yeah, because these magazines went through time.
Yeah, and they're no longer like, look, Lisa Gerard, Dead Can Dance. You know, I love them so much. Some pictures in the background, it's some photos from Deathrock Magazine. There was like only like 2 magazines, and that was 2 or 4.
I think it was 4.
Around the time that I met Dan, that's when they were around, and I met him in 07, and he actually had some of these photos in his room as well. I think that was like one of the last few goth magazines that I've ever seen or laid a hand on. And for example, this is one of the pages, and in this page, I believe, if I could recall, they are covering Alien Sex Fiend, and around this time, Alien Sex Fiend was going to play in LA, but something happened with their visas, and I was so
Everybody
bummed.
was disappointed.
Yeah, it was a sad day.
We were ready to see Alien Sex Fiend here in LA.
And around that time, I was a big Alien Sex Fiend fan.
Oh look, a picture of Vampira.
Vampira. The first Vampira ever. And then Dorian Gray. Dan like loves Dorian Gray.
They're not really like goth. Yeah.
Diva Destruction. Oh, my heart.
We got a picture of Community FK.
They still play, believe it or not. You want to show the flyers? Where's the flyers? I have a lot of flyers, but unfortunately, a lot of them were in my old car, and I don't have that car anymore. I lost a lot of my flyers, so luckily Willow has a lot of them. We're gonna show you some of them.
This is Clockwork Orange. It was in Hollywood.
This is Clockwork Orange.
Picture of Robert Smith.
And Clockwork Orange was an 80s club, and they would play indie electro, and it was run by Evil Club Empire. Those were the promoters back then. Remember Darkroom too? That was like the where you would get the photos.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Drunk Rockers too.
Oh yeah, Drunk Rockers.
And then here's Queen Mother.
It was by Veronica Saro.
In case you don't know who Veronica Saro is, or you don't know who I'm talking about, she has a band called Chase, and she has a new one too. She has a new band, I forgot. She was the promoter of Club Funeral, and Club Funeral is an infamous club here in LA. And the reason why it was infamous is because it was all ages. Oh my god, Exile. Wasn't Exile
Orange
like
County.
Yeah, an OC?
Yeah.
Here's a flyer of the second last time that London After Midnight played, which was in 2008. and they played at the Knitting Factory. And then here is Covenant, Das Bunker flyer. I already made a video of it, so if you want to check it out, I'll put it on the description box below. But it is a industrial and EBM club. This is their 13th anniversary. Covenant was gonna play that night. A flyer of Malediction. Malediction is more of a dark wave, industrial, EBM, and also synth pop club. That's what they usually play. And also 80s, and they have more, they also play goth too.
The club that was going on in 2008.
You want to talk about this one? Because I never heard about this one.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool club. They were playing industrial, EBM, goth, deathrock, and dark wave. Yeah. It's pretty cool. It happened for a while.
Just because there's a bunch of clubs that show up and then they
they disappear.
They disappear. Then we got an EBM bar. It's a pretty cool flyer. It says right here, old school EBM, electro, industrial, terror EBM, electro punk. The flyer's like very. And then we got Club Damage.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
Remember Damage?
Mm-hmm.
It was cool. It's kind of like
Perversion, yeah.
They play electro, indie, goth. Clockwork Orange. Pretty cool flyer.
That club is so fucking
Yes, really, I like the flyer.
And then here's Manufacturer. I've never heard of this club. Like Dan said, a lot of clubs here come and go. But here's Club Eternal, which is a club I always wanted to go, but I've never went because I was underage. But in my dreams, I was probably there. But hopefully someday they'll reopen that club. Here's a flyer of a festival called Wake the Dead. There's only 2 festivals. This was in 2006? 2007? Yeah, it was about once a year. Who were the promoters? What, Ralphie and Eric?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Wake the Dead, the first one had Osgang, Cinema Strange, Scarlet's Remain, Tragic Black, Prince and Nino's Burning Image. The DJs were Tony X, Eric Dead. Who? Yeah, DJ Paulina. So I wanted to see Cinema Strange so bad, and this was probably the last show that they ever played. And I always regret not going. That was after that, Lucas just had his solo project, and then he started playing for Dead Fly Ensembles only. And I just wanted to see Cinema Strange, but I mean, you can't have everything. And then here's Club Perversion. There's a picture of Susie, and it would be every Thursdays, and this was more. They would play more goth and old school industrial, right? Yeah. It was like the opposite of Bunker. It was more, or like Bar Sinister. They actually. What?
Yeah, like this club was more real.
It was more about goth, like fucking goth, and it was like, I missed it so much, but unfortunately, gentrification, that club night where they had it, it's no longer available because now it's nothing but apartment houses. It was what, Club Vertigo?
Yeah, Club Vertigo.
So, first it was held at the Ruby.
Perversion was everywhere.
Yeah, it was held at the Ruby for a really long time because it was from Club Empire. And then after they had it at Club Vertigo all the time, someone bought out that property, and now it's gone. They don't really put Perversion as much unless it's Thanksgiving. Yeah, they only have it for Thanksgiving. I don't know. Yeah, here's another Perversion night. Club, I believe, Perversion, Blue Mondays, Clockwork Orange. I feel like I'm missing another one. They were all from Club Empire.
Club London.
Club London?
Mm-hmm.
What?
It was 80s.
Dungeon? What about Dungeon? No, huh? It was? Ruin? There was a lot of clubs that, come and go all the time. There's still clubs here, and I'm thankful for that. So at least I have somewhere to go all the time. So, and show you guys my adventures. I'm thankful for the promoters that still believe in the scene, regardless if it's industrial or goth rock. The promoters are still trying to have the scene alive. So thank you guys, and for having some goth goth nights and also some industrial nights. And also, there's not some here, but there's also other club events or club promoters like Club Terminal. They host a lot of industrial and EBM and noise. And then there's Club Violin. Club Violin was more catered to the shoegaze and ethereal sound. Oh, and Club Resurrection, Coven 13. I hope they make another Resurrection tune. Resurrection was a ball, and I feel like that was like the first and last time I went to a goth masquerade, and I'm not gonna lie, I had the funnest time of my life. Remember that night? Louis was there too.
Marissa was there. Stephanie was there.
Yeah, Stephanie went there too. Yeah. It was just an amazing night, and I mean, I wish I could relive that again. I'm hoping this is to educate how it is being in the scene, because it's magical. It's magical and beautiful. It's just like you go to self-express yourself and meet people that love this and are passionate about this. So to any baby bats out there, don't ever let anybody, this is including anyone in the internet, your parents, or well, your parents are your parents, or friends, be who you are, and enjoy the music, enjoy who you are. You eventually start somewhere, right, Willow?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that was it. We showed you the flyers, and we also showed you guys the magazines throughout Willow's collection of goth and industrial magazines. I hope you guys liked this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Also, if you can, please share my videos and press that notification bell. Please remember to like and subscribe on my channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye!